Inbreeding of dogs is just one of the hot issues in canine circles. Some believe that it is beneficial, that it is a method by which perfect traits can be produced, but some believe the contrary. Alongside receiving damaged genes, a dog can also get severe medical conditions. Today in this video, we are going to understand why health testing won't save purebred dogs from certain deaths.
Here we go. At the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on a roll, here we go.
Before we dive into the video, let's learn first a few basics. What is inbreeding?
Inbreeding, that would be a direct relative. So, for example, father over the daughter. And I know that it sounds crazy. A lot of people would question, I would never do that. Well, it does have its applications.
Essentially, inbreeding is mating together two relative dogs to produce offsprings. This can be two siblings, mother and son, or father and daughter mating. In humans, it's best known as incest. The main purpose of this kind of breeding was to develop and improve the quality of the breed bloodline. What is mutation? In general, it is a change or the process of changing, such as in nature, form, or quality. What is DNA testing? These are types of tests that can tell you if your dog is likely to be affected by specific conditions or whether they may pass on these genes associated with these conditions if they're bred from.
Question I get asked all the time is what kind of dog is it?
Stoli came home with a lot of love, but also lots of questions as to what kind of breeds were under that wiry coat.
Like a Wheaton Terrier, I know it's some kind of terrier he has in him. An American Bulldog, I was told. He has a personality of a human. I mean, he's like this close to talking.
But until mixed breeds like Stoli can talk and tell us what they are, dog owners are finding out their canine's backstory with these dog DNA test kits you can do at home. How accurate are they? We went to visit Brooks, purebred.
We know who his mother is, who his father is.
100% Whippet and American Kennel Club certified.
18, 19, 20.
If the doggy DNA test could guess Brooks's bloodline correctly from a cheek swab, we knew there was at least some accuracy to these at-home tests. 3 weeks later, both tests came back 100% Whippet. Now the moment of truth for Stoli. Where does that thick, wiry coat come from?
25% poodle, 25% American Bulldog.
Those results coming from Wisdom Panel, who says they use a DNA screen from more than 250 breeds.
Well, these tests can range from $60 to $200, and for that high-end range, vets suggest doing a blood test in their office that can also detect genetic issues that could spring up down the road for your dog.
What is a pedigree? A document that displays the lineage of an AKC dog and import information about ancestors in a dog's family tree.
That's a Vonter Anton. So I had to find out more about this dog. So I found out who his parents were, Corma Bucks, and then his mom is a Vonter Pauline. Come to find out, Corma Bucks was no longer in existence. And this is the pedigree database where I used to go here often. This is a great tool. The pedigree of the Boerboels, John Doe. Shout out to John Doe, the guy that put this together.
In the early 1900s, animal breeders knew that breeding-related animals produced more consistent, predictable traits in the offsprings. But they also found that there was some loss in vitality and vigor that is called inbreeding depression. Fertility was low, offsprings were smaller, early mortality was high, lifespan was shorter. Those are the things that reduce their profit and the quality of their animals, and the higher the level of inbreeding, the greater the harm effects. The coefficient of inbreeding is the probability of inheriting two copies of the same genes from an ancestor that occur on both sides of the pedigree.
When we get into the different genes, we have to understand that how they are passed from one generation to another. So understanding that as a breeder, the genes that we are selecting for and what's important to us.
The original purpose of the coefficient of inbreeding was to give breeders a number that would indicate both the amount of benefit to be gained from inbreeding, as well as the magnitude of the damaging effects they could expect. While some breeders behind inbreeding are understandable, the process comes with real consequences. These consequences come about due to gene mutation. Know that every purebred dog population has a host of rare recessive mutations that were either present in their founding population or arose in their population afterwards. These kinds of mutations are seldom problematic if such dogs are outbred, considering the offsprings will always at least inherit one working or good copy. But the same mutation can be a big issue if closely related dogs are bred, because there are high chances of passing two bad copies to the offspring. Two most popular examples of highly inbred dogs are pugs and English bulldogs. For pugs, this sweet, charming little canine also happens to be the victim of inbreeding. It is not common to come across a pug with a host of health issues. These include stomach problems, elongated soft palates, knee disorder, and larynx collapse. Sometimes the dog can have a squished face or eye problems. In a bid to achieve a curled tail, breeders can also cause spinal issues that give the dog a weird posture. Back in the day, the English bulldog was known for fighting bulls. They would sink their teeth into the flesh of a massive bull without letting go. However, modern bulldogs are weak and sick in every sense of the word. They are susceptible to inbreeding defects such as allergies, weight gain, and a host of skin infections. Despite the fact that inbreeding comes with a lot of health risks, many dogs are still highly inbred. For genetic disorders caused by a single recessive mutation, the DNA test will prevent the 1 in 4 risk of producing an affected animal by crossing two carriers. I know it's a lot to take in, but it sure is worth the research if you really want to take care of a healthy breed. For more detailed information about the risks and effects of inbreeding, feel free to check out Jordan's past live streams like these too.
When you're just breeding dogs to produce puppies, when you're inbreeding or line breeding dogs based off the way that they look, the result is you're going to pass on some undesired characteristics that you may not be visually apparent. I want to have people to have an understanding of when you're breeding dogs, it has to be purpose oriented. You don't want to just put two dogs together thinking that it's going to come out a mix of both dogs. It is going to come out a mix of both dogs, but not the same way that you mix crayons.
I hope you learned something new today. Please like this video and don't forget to subscribe. Comment down below what topics you'd like for us to tackle next video. Also, we are very much happy to announce that we have a new bunch of puppies available on our website. See you on the next one. Peace.
Puppy julep.